Coaching.
Yeah.
What's your attitude towards coaching?
Well, I'm a big fan of coaching. I have personally had a business coach for 15 years. Not the same person the entire time, but 15 years ago, I hired my own personal business coach, and I've always paid for it out of my own pocket, out of my own dime, to make sure I had skin in the game, even though I was employed by companies at the time in management. And so what that looks like is someone who helps me stay on track, helps me stay focused, and I have upped my game over the years every time I've hired an additional coach. My current business coach is Brian Tracy, who's a well-known author, writer, speaker, and he's not cheap. And I've paid him over the years a lot of money to help me get better at what I do. The reason I have a coach is because I like to fine-tune my game, and I like to fine-tune my game and my life. That means my personal life, that means my schedule with my family, that means my community involvement, and that means money and business. And I find a coach helps me do that, and it's been worth every penny I've ever paid one if you find the right coach and if you do what they tell you to do. So, yes, I'm a big believer.
Tell me, you just brought up a good point.
Yeah.
3 steps. What strategy should someone use to pick the right coach?
Well, number one, I believe you should interview coaches. Just like real estate agents get interviewed by their sellers and buyers, I believe a real estate agent should interview coaches. You might ask them, are they willing to give you a free coaching session so you can see an experience about what that's about. I also look for people who are going to kick my butt, quite frankly. I was not looking for a best friend. I was not looking for a confidant. I was not looking for a counselor. I was looking for a coach who was going to be like one of the football coaches I had in my junior high school days that yelled in my face sometimes to get me motivated. So I went for the tough coaches. I found someone who had more expertise than I felt I had, and I also made sure I found people who I respected. And so in that, I learned from them tremendously, and sometimes I outgrew my coaches. And then I would move to another coach or to another genre that I was trying to focus on.
What give me an idea of budget? What kind of budget would you think someone should have?
Yeah, for the normal coaching process, my guess is you're probably anywhere from a low of $250 to a high of, in this kind of market, probably about $1,000 a month if you're looking for a top business coach. I've paid dramatically higher than that at various times, and I have a good friend and associate of mine who I'm not currently paying to coach, but I was lucky enough to get him as a friend and associate. He makes $250,000 per year per coaching client and coaches the top Fortune 500 CEOs on a national level. Now, I'm not at that genre, but I am lucky enough to walk his dog with him and pick up dog poop and get free advice. So that works out pretty well.
All right. That's awesome.